Hey there, good morning everyone. Wednesday the 3rd of May 2023. This morning's devotional is a reading from the second book of Corinthians chapter 6 verse 18, which reads, I will be a father to you, and you will be my sons and daughters, says the Lord Almighty. Relationships are an integral part of life, and we are all involved in some form of relationship with a person, be it a romantic relationship, a marriage relationship, family, or even business. And just as relationships are important to us, it is even more important to God, who desires that each and every one of us have a relationship with Him. Of all the relationships that you have, which would you consider more important than the other? How would you consider your relationship with God? A strong and stable one, or a weak one, or perhaps even non-existent? A relationship with God is like a relationship with anyone else in your life. It is fellowship, love, and trust between you and Him. It means to know Him and to be known by Him. It is much more than just arriving for a church service on a Sunday and then leaving after that without even giving any further thought to the relationship. So over the next few days, we will be addressing the matter of cultivating a relationship with God. And if you are already in a relationship with Him, well done. But truthfully, if we can admit it, every relationship needs some work to strengthen it, to fine-tune it, and to make it more stable. So if I had to ask you the question, what does it mean to know God? I'm sure that the responses I would receive would be many, many and varied, and they probably are all right as well. However, I do need to clarify that there is a difference between knowing God and knowing about God. If knowing God isn't the same as knowing about God, what does it mean to know Him? Well, here's an example. There's a person in your life, you have a crush on them. You've known this person since high school, you know where they live, you have their phone number, you even know their interest, and perhaps you may even share the same friends. You talk every now and again, but you still feel like there's a little something missing, and you can't put your finger on it. What is missing is that you've never had that deep conversation with them. You've never heard them tell stories about their life. You've never seen them cry or become so overjoyed in a moment of celebration, and you don't know what really irks them and what upsets them. It's pretty much the same as about knowing God. You might have known about God all your life through your church and Christian community, but knowing Him on an intimate level is different. So you may ask, all this is fine and well, but what can I do to begin developing a deeper relationship with God? Well, firstly, we can begin by spending time with Him in prayer and begin reading His Word with an attitude that desires to know more about Him. Now, this sounds very easy to do, and you might even begin this with great enthusiasm. But as time progresses, the enthusiasm decreases because of time issues, work matters, and all those other things that the world will throw at you to get your attention back on it. Pretty much like a jealous friend or jealous person in your life. When you begin doing something that gives them less of your time, they get jealous and will start doing everything in their power to get your full attention again. However, there's one thing that we need to understand, is that prayer is the link that connects us with God. So your prayer life and relationship is as strong as that link. If it is weak, then your prayer life and your relationship with God will also be weak, but that can be strengthened and revitalized. My dear friends, if you want to develop a personal relationship with God, start by praying and reading His Word consistently. This is the most important way to grow a relationship with Him, because, truthfully, no relationship can thrive without intentional communication. May the Lord be with you. May He bless you. May He cause His face to shine upon you and be with you always. Goodbye.